Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is FPLElmer. Today we're going to be going through my match day 10 team selection. That is the quarterfinals, um, the second leg of the Champions League team selection. So, but before we get into that, we're still aiming to get 600 subscribers before the end of the season. So if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe and also make sure you leave a like on the video. It really helps out the channel. And not wasting any much time, let's get straight into it. But first, before we get into my match day 10 team selection and transfer thoughts, we can look at my match day 9 team performance. We managed to score 54 points. We had Mbappe who blanked 2 points. Ken scored from the penalty and he was the captain, 10 points. Vinicius Jr. managed to get 2 assists, 8 points for him. Bellingham blanked against Man City. Foden got 11 points, scored a goal, picked up man of the match, 11 points. Saka 7 points, scored a goal. Then the whole defensive line did not perform, including the keeper. No clean sheets, no assists, and no attacking returns from any of them. So that's why the points are low. Then on the bench I had Lunin, who Oblak came on for. We had Lucas Beraldo, who also came on for I think Saliba, and then yeah, these are the only transfers that I manually made. That was the team, 54 points, very decent displays. He managed to pick up that green arrow. So now let's look at what match day 10 has in store for us. So now we can look at my match day 10. Or what I'm thinking of doing. That is the transfer thoughts. So as you can see, there are 3 blood out names from the team as the transfers I'm thinking of making. So that is Vinicius Jr. out, just because they're going to be playing at the Etihad. At the Etihad, they usually don't have a lot of fun in there, especially if now Kyle Walker is going to be back. Vinicius Jr. might not have the same freedom he had the Bernabeu because Kyle Walker was not available. Then you have Zaire Emery. I think he doesn't score a lot of goals at the moment, and I don't know if it's going to start or not because he didn't start last game week. I know he was coming back from an injury, but those are the things. I don't think he scores a lot of points like he used to at the start of the season, and he was mostly a budget enabler. But I don't think at this time we need budget enablers really. So there Emery as well, thinking of taking him out, then Saliba as well, just because they're playing Bayern at home. I think Bayern are going to play really well. I think Bayern are going to win as well. But it's going to be an interesting match to watch. But I just think that Bayern are going to have a little bit too much for Arsenal uh, this in the Champions League, and that's why I'm going to be moving Saliba out as well. So the transfers I'm thinking of, let's see how we're going to line up with those transfers in mind. So those transfers in mind is how we're going to be lining up. We're going to be having Oblak in goal against Dortmund. Now they wanted to keep a clean sheet, but I still think Oblak and Lunin is the best goalkeeper partnership. You could argue for the likes of Ter Stegen, Donnarumma as well. I just think Oblak offers a little bit more defensive cover. I know Lunin are playing Man City, and I think Man City are going to win. They're going to score, so we can able to get some saves in there. But I hope Oblak, since going to be to play fast, I hope he's going to perform really well. Then we have Kunde against PSG at home, but Barcelona usually look a little bit compact, especially in La Liga. They usually look compact when they play at home. They don't concede a lot of chances. It's going to be a difficult fixture for Barcelona. Keep a clean sheet, but I hope they can be able to do that. Not actually with some attacking returns. Then we have Eric Dyer, who I'm going to be bringing in for Saliba. I hope that he's going to start. Of course, we might get the team news before they play, and the reason I'm going to be bringing him in is because I think Bayern are going to be a little bit more good defensively, so they're not going to concede a lot of goals. Then you also going to have Molina as well in there. We saw last week the other defensive partner scored. So I hope that this coming week Molina is the one who's going to be able to score and bring back some points as well. Then you have Madsen against Madrid, with them being at home. Let's hope for a clean sheet. If not a clean sheet, maybe some attacking returns from Madsen, who's very, very attacking as well. And then Lucas Beraldo against Barcelona. Again, tricky fixture. Uh, it's just a cheap option from a very good defensive team. So we're going to be able to keep a clean sheet in that fixture against Barcelona. This is going to be a tricky fixture, maybe some attacking returns, be a goal from a corner or something like that. So that's the defense. Now let's look at the midfield. So for the midfield, you're going to be having Jude Bellingham in there against Man City. I think with Real Madrid being away, Man City usually play a little bit better at home, and Real Madrid have never won at the Etihad. So it's going to be interesting to see Bellingham's purple patches come to an end, you might say, but I think he still can perform. I think he's going to perform against Man City. Then you have Foden against Real Madrid. He scored a wonderful goal at the Bernabeu. He was rested for the Luton fixture in the league, so maybe he's going to be able to perform against Real Madrid. Is going to be fit and ready for that fixture, and it's going to be able to score some goals as well in that fixture. Then we have Saka against Bayern. It's going to be a tough fixture for Arsenal, but I think if anyone is going to score a goal, it's going to be Saka. But if anyone is going to get an assist, it's going to be Saka. He's the main man for Arsenal, and Albert is going to get an attacking return in that fixture. Then we have Kimmich in there against Arsenal. He's on set pieces, as I always mention. Set pieces have a lot of points because high likely of getting an assist. And then he's playing a right back, so there's a lot of ball recoveries as well. So I think it's going to be decent, decent to have him in there, and it's going to perform. Then we have Witzel, who's going to be coming in for Zaire Emery. This is the reason I'm going for Witzel, is he plays at centre back for Atletico Madrid, so he tends to get a lot of ball recoveries, which is important in UEFA fantasy, and that's why I'm going to be going for him in there against Dortmund. So that's the midfield. But before we look at the forwards, I usually post TikToks, reels, and shorts over on TikTok, YouTube, and on Instagram. All the links are down in the description. So make sure you go check me out in those platforms. So now let's look at the forwards. So for the forwards, we're going to be having Harry Kane in there against Arsenal. I just think he's going to have the game of his life. I think he's going to score, and I'm sure he's going to perform. Then you have Haaland in there as well. We had Vinicius Jr. last week. They're going to bring back Haaland this week against Real Madrid. But he's going to be able to perform. Although he was locked up by Rudiger in the first leg, I just think the home factor is going to play in his favor. Then we have Mbappe finishing off the team against Barcelona. I know he was very quiet in the fixture against Barcelona at their stadium at the Parc des Princes. So it's going to be an interesting fixture. Mbappe is going to turn up for this fixture against Barcelona at the Camp Nou. I'm sure it's going to be difficult. That's the team for match day 10. Of course, the same rules. Put your players who play on Tuesday first, and the players who play on Wednesday second. Yeah, so that's the team. I apologize for the background noise. As always, I stay in a very noisy area, and it's been raining cats and dogs here where I stay. So with that, if you have managed to reach this far, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. With that, I'd like to thank you all guys for watching, and I'll see you all guys later. Bye bye.